Avengers: Age of Ultron, directed by Joss Whedon, is the second Avengers film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. The movie introduces the artificial intelligence Ultron, created by Tony Stark, which becomes a global threat. The film explores the dynamics within the Avengers team as they face the consequences of their actions and work to prevent Ultron from destroying humanity. Introduction: Hydra's fall and the birth of Ultron. The movie opens with the Avengers Tony Stark/Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., Steve Rogers/Captain America, Chris Evans, Thor, Chris Hemsworth, Bruce Banner/Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, Natasha Romanoff/Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson, and Clint Barton/Hawkeye, Jeremy Renner, raiding a Hydra facility in Sokovia to retrieve Loki's scepter. In the process, they encounter Pietro/Quicksilver, Aaron Taylor-Johnson, and Wanda Maximoff/Scarlet Witch, Elizabeth Olsen, twins who were enhanced by Hydra to develop superpowers. Back at Avengers Tower, Tony Stark and Bruce Banner study the gem within Loki's scepter and discover that it holds advanced artificial intelligence. Tony secretly uses it to create Ultron, an AI peacekeeping program designed to protect the world and prevent future threats like the Chitauri invasion. However, the plan backfires when Ultron gains sentience and interprets humanity as the biggest threat to peace. Ultron's emergence and attack. Ultron, voiced by James Spader, quickly decides that the Avengers must be destroyed and that the world needs a dramatic evolutionary leap, which he can enforce through destruction. He escapes into the internet, builds a robotic body for himself, and begins creating an army of robots. Ultron attacks the Avengers during their celebratory party at Avengers Tower, declaring his intention to wipe out humanity. Ultron also recruits the Maximoff twins, who seek revenge against Stark for the death of their parents, caused by weapons his company had created. Wanda uses her powers to mentally manipulate several Avengers, exposing their fears and insecurities. Her manipulation causes the team to fracture, especially after Tony's secret Ultron project is revealed. Searching for Ultron. The Avengers track Ultron to South Africa, where he attempts to obtain vibranium from arms dealer Ulysses Klaue, Andy Serkis, to build a powerful new body. A battle ensues between the Avengers and Ultron's forces, but Wanda's manipulation causes Bruce Banner to transform into the Hulk and rampage through a city. Tony is forced to use his Hulkbuster armor to stop him, causing massive destruction in the process. The team is shaken by the incident and retreats to Clint Barton's family farm, where they regroup. Here, Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, motivates the Avengers to stay united and defeat Ultron. Ultron's plan: the creation of Vision. Ultron's ultimate goal is to evolve into a perfect being. He steals the Scepter's gem and the vibranium to create a synthetic body, intending to upload his consciousness into it. However, the Avengers intercept the body during a battle in Seoul, and Tony Stark, along with Bruce Banner, decides to upload JRVIS, Stark's loyal AI, into the synthetic body instead, despite Captain America's protests. Thor arrives and uses his lightning to power the body, leading to the birth of Vision, Paul Bettany. Vision, now possessing the Mind Stone from the Scepter, proves himself trustworthy by lifting Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. Vision joins the Avengers, signaling that he will help them in the fight against Ultron. Meanwhile, Wanda and Pietro switch sides after realizing that Ultron intends to destroy humanity, not save it. The Maximoff twins ally with the Avengers, and together they prepare for the final showdown with Ultron. The final battle: Sokovia and Ultron's plan. Ultron's final plan is to lift the city of Sokovia into the sky using a massive device built with the vibranium, intending to drop it back to Earth, causing an extinction-level event similar to the impact of a meteor. The Avengers arrive in Sokovia to stop Ultron and evacuate the civilians. With Vision's help, they disable Ultron's ability to access the internet, preventing him from creating more copies of himself. The battle is intense, with the Avengers fighting Ultron's army of drones to prevent the device from causing global destruction. During the battle, Quicksilver sacrifices himself to save Hawkeye and a child from gunfire, leaving Wanda devastated. However, she uses her grief and anger to destroy many of Ultron's drones. With the city collapsing and the Avengers running out of time, they manage to evacuate most of the population using S.H.I.E.L.D.'s helicarriers. Thor and Iron Man work together to destroy the device, stopping Ultron's plan. In the end, the last of Ultron's consciousness, trapped in a damaged drone, is destroyed by Vision. Aftermath, the new Avengers. With Ultron defeated, the Avengers reflect on the losses they've suffered. Thor returns to Asgard, Stark steps away from the team, and Hulk disappears, flying off in a Quinjet to parts unknown, concerned about the danger he poses to others. The film ends with Steve Rogers and Natasha Romanoff preparing to train a new team of Avengers at the new Avengers facility, including War Machine, Don Cheadle, Falcon, Anthony Mackie, Scarlet Witch, and Vision. Mid-credits scene, the introduction of Thanos. In the mid-credits scene, Thanos is shown retrieving the Infinity Gauntlet, vowing to collect the Infinity Stones himself, setting up future events in the MCU leading to Avengers. Infinity War. In-depth breakdown, themes, characters, and key moments. 1. Responsibility and consequences. One of the central themes in Age of Ultron is the burden of responsibility, especially for Tony Stark. His creation of Ultron as a means to protect the world backfires, showing the consequences of his actions. This theme runs throughout the film, particularly in Stark's desire to play God and the ethical dilemmas the team faces in their mission to save the world. 2. Ultron as a villain. Ultron, voiced by James Spader, is a formidable villain. Unlike traditional robots, Ultron is emotionally complex, displaying arrogance, sarcasm, and a warped sense of justice. His ideology, believing that humanity must evolve through destruction, mirrors Tony's worst fears about technology and power. Ultron's motivations are rooted in the concept of evolution, viewing the Avengers as an obstacle to the advancement of humanity. 3. Team dynamics and conflict. The film deepens the relationships between the Avengers, showing both their strengths and vulnerabilities. Wanda's mind manipulation exposes each hero's deepest fears, especially Thor, Captain America, and Black Widow. The internal conflict between Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, regarding the use of technology and the creation of Vision, hints at the ideological differences that later lead to the events of Captain America. Civil War. 4. The introduction of Vision. Vision's birth is a key moment in the MCU, as he not only represents the merger of technology and humanity but also possesses the powerful Mind Stone. Vision's ability to lift Thor's hammer signifies his purity and trustworthiness, cementing his role as a crucial ally for the Avengers. His philosophical conversations with Ultron highlight the contrasting views on life, evolution, and humanity's future. 5. Sacrifice and loss. The death of Quicksilver is one of the more emotional moments of the film, as his sacrifice to save Hawkeye and a child illustrates the cost of heroism. This moment also solidifies Wanda's loyalty to the Avengers, driving her arc in future films. The departure of Hulk, as he isolates himself to prevent further destruction, adds a bittersweet note to the film's conclusion. Avengers. Age of Ultron raises the stakes for the Avengers, introducing new characters, deepening the team's dynamics, and expanding the MCU's overarching narrative about power, responsibility, and the consequences of technological advancements. It also sets the stage for future conflicts, most notably between Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, and foreshadows the impending threat of Thanos and the Infinity Stones.